Shooting Flames Wrestling Report.
This past week, Darkside of the Ring, they did a special on the Brawl for All.
Yes.
Which people from the 90s, I remember when that came out, I was excited at first, because you always wondered, like, which wrestlers in real life were the tough guys. And obviously, it ended up being a kind of a mess. So many guys got injured. The guy they wanted to win was knocked out when Dr. Death, Steve Williams. But anyway, former WWE creative writer John Piermarini, he took to Twitter and congratulated the producers that worked on the Dark Side of the Ring. And he said that Vince McMahon actually wanted to do a second Brawl for All tournament with the wrestlers that were participating in the original NXT format on TV. Now, you were a part of that original NXT format. And you were saying this wasn't the year you were on, though, right?
So that may have been initially when they maybe introduced it. They wanted to, that might have been discussed. It was never... From the time we debuted up there, that was never an option. Like, that was never presented to us. There were so many things challenge-wise presented to us and always changing. That was never one of them. I do know that the season, I don't know if it was with Bray, with Husky Harris and Caval, Loki. I don't know if that was season 2. I think it was. That I remember specifically because some of the guys, and I talked to, that was being discussed for them, just as a segment for the week for a challenge that they were going to do like a boxing, like a Brawl for All thing. And that the rumor was, again, rumor and innuendo that Conrad would say. And being there, it was that Caval Loki wanted nothing to do with it. And I don't blame him one bit because you're not getting paid to go out there and do any of that. Like, and we saw with the Brawl for All, like, and in 2 weight classes and guys, he was the smallest guy in that, but he was the one that didn't want to do it. And we saw what happened with him. It's crazy when you speak up there. If you're not, it's again, no protection for the wrestlers. And, but I never heard anything for our season. Very possible that was an idea discussed behind the scenes that just never made its way. And then eventually it came back up for season 2. So I tell you what though, Raj, Skip Sheffield would have knocked a motherfucker out there. Yep. What'd it do?
Yeah, I mean, Heath Slater, he was a legit boxer. I mean, you guys had some real.
I'm a Golden Gloves champion, man. I got 3 kids. I'm gonna fight to the death.
If you did a Brawl for All tournament today and you took out Brock Lesnar, who would have the best show?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I honestly don't know. My thing is you never know what anyone's capable of out there. And even guys that are tough, like boxing is a different thing, and how many of the guys have any boxing training? I don't know. Even if Brock was in it and it was just boxing, like Brock's not guaranteed to win that. I don't know, man. I think all the wrestlers, man, are tough in their own way too. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head if I would, like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I think from a fan standpoint, it's very intriguing. It's one of those. The guys aren't getting paid to go out there and do that. It's not. It's like,
and no one would have picked Bart Gunn before.
And Bart, and then what they do, they go get a pro boxer, essentially, even though Butterbean, you could call him an amateur. The guy is a pro boxer. He had many fights and a lot of success. And then you throw him in that with like very little time. That just shows you. And then look at what the company's not there for Bart.
Right.
They got rid of him, and it's like that's the pro wrestling industry. How shitty it is, man. Like it's the whole thing. What a mess. So. If you're paying money for that, fucking sign me up if that's the thing. If you're really paying, but you're just trying to, you don't care about the talent and you're just, fuck that.
Yeah.
None of the guys are going to go for that anymore, so.
All right. Well, another busy week. We keep thinking it's going to slow down a little bit with everything, and it's not.
There's always stuff to talk about.
Right. So, but yeah, thanks again for having me on.
Thank you guys very much for watching Ryback TV. If you could smash that subscribe, hit that like button, share this channel, and for Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com, save 10% with Podcast 10. Click here for my podcast conversation with the big guy Ryback, available on all podcast platforms. Click here. And for more videos of yours truly on Ryback TV, click here. Feed me more.